exciting, trending, and fun video known as Inside Politics. I know this particular show, you will not be happy because we are going to talk about your party, and we are not here to look at, let's say, party or whatever you believe in your party, but we are here to educate, to tell you what is trending about your party or other party. This show is brought to you by JJ Gabi Best Spread. Any form of best spread that you want. If you want bag, if you want exportation, importation, contact JJ Gabi on 054 867 1762. 054 867 1762. Any of your bags, sneakers, any type, contact him. Gifty protocol, hamper, birthday cake, and anything. 024 5050 562. 024 5050 562 for your own. You the one watching, subscribe and follow us for more. Our first story is about our speaker.
Sure.
Saying that some people don't deserve to be in parliament, or yes, just because they are not part of them. Before we continue with this one, let's watch this video first.
I inform the House, pursuant to Standing Order 18 of the Standing Orders of Parliament, on the occurrence of vacancies in the House in relation to 4 honorable members. Yesterday, I received a process from the Supreme Court, which is a ruling from, in accordance with Standing Orders 59, adjourn the House indefinitely. That is sine die. I want to quote.
Some of them are saying now, because when you go to parliament, that was on Tuesday, the NDC people have turned the parliament to safe match, whilst the NPP people too have walked away just because they are saying that they are now a minority and the NDC people are now the majority, that they don't want to accept it. So now because of that, and Chief Justice or the Supreme Court to have put a ruling on the Speaker to hold on that particular decision. So all these things, what is your intake about it? Why would the Speaker adjourn or say that Parliament to go for indefinite, in some in a layman understanding, till the time that he will call them before they should come? Why all these things?
Okay, so today we are going to do a very little and brief education about what went on in this country.
Okay.
And one thing that I want us to understand is that I know that some politicians and political science students are also watching. So if I make a mistake, you can just direct me and stuff. And if I do well too, you can just compliment me at that place. So today, what the Speaker did, I don't see anything wrong with it. To me, to my political understanding, I don't see anything wrong with it. Now, why? The Speaker was using what you call the power given to him by the people.
Okay.
You know, in this country, last year, 2020, there was an election. NPP had 136, and NDC also had 137. So it was left with last one, that is Formina MP, that is Andrew Esiama, who was an independent candidate. Why was he an independent candidate? He was in the ticket of MPP. And I am drawing attention to this, and I'll come here. He was in the ticket of MPP, and when they were going for the primaries, that is, before when they say primaries, those MPs, they will have their election. So when they were having their election, he lost. And he felt that there was what we call rigging. When they say rigging, it means that there was some cheating or stealing in the election. Why? Because they wanted him to lose. So he didn't accept it, and he said, okay, fine. Then I'll go as an independent candidate. I will not use MPP name again. Then I remember Chairman Wuntumi as the Asante Regional Chairman of NPP stood on his television station and just lambasted this man, insulted this man that he's not going to win, and also said that he's not going to receive his ex gratia. When he say ex gratia, the 4-year term that every MP spend in parliament, when they are going, they give them some incentive or money. That money is called the ex gratia. So he said that according to the constitution, this man is not allowed to even receive the ex gratia. So he wrote a letter to parliament, and parliament halted his money. So that means that this man has been in parliament for 4 years without receiving any peswa. Okay. This man didn't talk and proceeded in his campaign. Akufo-Addo went to Famina and also hold a certain man's hand and said that we should vote for him because Esiama is a traitor. It's not somebody that we should betray. We shouldn't believe in him. When he came, the people said that no, Esiama did a great job and they voted for him, Famina. So he won. When he came to parliament, because he came in a ticket of independent, you must give your alliance to a political party. And he said because he came from NPP, he want to throw his full support toward NPP. That's why NPP became the majority people in parliament. Okay. Now, please, I hope my people are following. Yes. So when this thing happens, there was what to call to who is going to be the first speaker, deputy speaker, and second deputy speaker. So NPP, NDC won, and Honorable Right Babin won the seat and was he contested with what to call Aaron Makokwe. Yes, so Professor Makokwe, he won and he became the speaker. So there was chance given to the NPP to select somebody to be the first deputy speaker, and they also selected somebody. So NDC said that, okay, fine, because Babin is our head, we have allowed Esiama, who is the independent candidate, to be the second speaker. Please, I hope you are following. So when he became the second speaker, now when you are even doing the voting, that means that NPP, when the speaker is not there and NPP man becomes the deputy, the speaker, because when the speaker is not there, the first speaker is supposed to be in charge. Yes. Now NDC was using what we call mind-blowing ideas to trick them. So one day, speaker traveled and said he's not feeling well. The first speaker is supposed to be on the seat. When the first speaker was on the seat, the constitution said that you cannot vote. Yes. So now, if you are voting, that means that it's going to be a tie. The same number. And that bill that is being in the system is going to be determined null and void. And say null and void is not going to hold. Please, I hope you understand. Now, this has come into the contention in Parliament. If the Constitution Article 97 G and H, it said that if you are a member of Parliament, you can and you contest the name of any political party, and you are in Parliament or in power, or you're a certain MP, and you leave the political party to go and join another political party, or in other words, you use independent candidate, or you contest in an independent way, you must vacate your seat. Article 97 G and H states that. Why did they bring that constitution? He said that so that people will not be disloyal to their political party. The next one, so that people will also respect the members, those who voted for him. Yes. So the speaker drew the minority leader, that is Ato Forcing. Honorable Dr. Ato Ba Forcing, drew the attention of what? Speaker of Parliament, that there are 4 people who are in Parliament who came in the ticket of what? Both NPP and NDC. But now they are going as what? Independent candidate. And the Constitution says that if you are in Parliament and you go to form or come in a form of what you call independent or join another political party, you must vacate your seat.
You must leave that particular seat.
Leave that seat. And the speaker said that, oh, okay, fine, let us ask them whether it is true or false. So the speaker asked them and they said it is true. So if it is true, then that means that from that moment, you people are no more what? Members of Parliament. Your seat is what? Vacant. Now these people, their names are as follow. Number 1 is Honorable Andrew Esiama Amuakun, who was Famina MP. Yes. He came a ticket of what? Independent. And now he said he want to go back again. Sanko for into a call back, say he want to be an what? MPP member again. The next number 2 on the list is Honorable Yao Peter Kwachi, who was elected as Amanfi Central in the form of what? NDC. And now he said he want to go to what? Independent. Number 3 is Honorable Kwadwo Asante, who came for Sumum constituency. He too was from NPP and said he want to be what? Independent. And the 4th one is our own lady, Honorable Cynthia Morrison, who was from Moto Aguna West. She came in the form of what? NPP and said he want to go to what? Independent, because he felt that they are doing what we call rigging or gerrymandering. Please, this is the story. Now, if that is the case, then there must be what we call vacancy. So if you are subtracting these 3 from the NPP, from the 137 and the NDC 1 from A, that means that now NPP is going to be, NDC is going to have 136, whilst the NPP is going to have what we call 135.
Only one difference.
Only one difference. Now, if that's the case, then the minority, which is the NDC, are now going to be what? Majority. Whilst the NPP are going to be what? Minority, which is, and I'm going to sit here. That is the story. So the ruling came and it stated that you must vacate your seat. NPP didn't understand and they didn't accept it, so they have to send it to court. And it's allowed. If the law, there are some people who interpret the court. Even though me, I don't understand. How can I make law and you send the law to somebody to interpret it for you? Interpretation means that they are going to explain it to you. I am the one who made the law. So if you need proper explanation, who's supposed to explain it? The one who made the law. But now in their country, because of the 3 organs of government, one is making the law, that is what? Those in parliament, they make the law. But they don't explain it. So they send a thing to those who explain it. That's the interpretation of the law. That is the judiciary. So they went to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court, when they went there, they gave a ruling. And now what I believe is that in the Supreme Court, when you send your petition there, you don't even sit on it as soon as possible. We have to do what we call thorough research before we come. But within some few days, they just brought a ruling that what the speaker said is wrong. They must be maintained in parliament. That is where my political science students are also having some argument in social media, and I was laughing. They said that in as much as we have separation of powers, we state that the 3 organs of government is supposed to work independently without the interference of what? Any other.
You have checks and balance.
Meanwhile, we also have what we call check and balance. That's what came into my mind. Kofi Kinata said something that part-time Christians, those who brought the Bible, the ship that brought the Bible, the same ship that brought what? The snap. That, in other words, which means that the man who brought separation of powers is the same man who brought what we call check and balance. Check and balance means that the 3 organs of government must serve as a watchdog amongst each other, so that one organ of government does not what? Overuse his powers given to him or her by the constitution. That is check and balance. Now, let us delve more into this man who brought the separation of power and
viewers, I hope you are following.
Now, there was a man who was born in France. He was called Charles Baron de Montesquieu. Now, he got the Baron de Montesquieu from his uncle. His uncle was the one that was called Baron de Montesquieu. But this man, because of the great work that he was doing, he had what you call the name given to him. His original name that they gave to him by birth was Charles Louis de Secondat. That is a French word, so if I am unable to get it well, forgive me.
Yes, for that one.
Charles Louis de Secondat. That is the name that the parents gave to this man. But because of the connection that he had with the uncle, he adopted the name Baron de Montesquieu. That now he was called what? Charles Baron de Montesquieu. That is the name that he has been using in his day-to-day activities. So he sat down. He was born in the 1689 and he died in the 1755. So in the 1716, he said, let me create what we call separation of powers, because there was some conflict of interest going on in France and in the European countries. There was what we call a monarchy. The monarchy was using too much power. The monarchy is in parliament. The monarchy make law. The monarchy interprets law. The monarchy also implements what we call the law. So to prevent this, he said that, okay, fine, let me create a principle. And the principle was called separation of what? Powers. Now, so he brought the separation of powers so that the monarchy power will what? Reduce. One of them was King Philip of, I think, Spain. He was also overpowered. France Prince too was overpowered. King was also overpowered. So he said, let me create this law. And when he created it too, it helped to reduce the power of what? The monarchy. To do this, he also brought to call the separation of powers, also made people to have limited power, so that the powers can be shared among people in the country. So that you, if you are, let's say, an executive member, you can also act as what? A legislative member. So that some people too can also have you can have rep, each and all for the three organs of government. Then after doing it, he said that, okay, fine. If I also do that too, they're going to be what we call overpower, because people are going to work. You cannot interfere in my business. Then I'm going to be powerful. Then he said, okay, fine. Then let me also bring a certain principle called check and balance. So that even though you are working separately, but I also check you. Checking you, I'm checking you with what? The constitution. I'm not checking you by my math, but with the constitution, so that you know what? Overuse your power. Okay. That is the principle. That is why in Ghana, if the president make his budget, he has to go to parliament and read it and vet it and accept it before you can use it.
So that means if it's not approved, you can't use it.
That is why the president they want to have what you call majority in parliament. Yes. So that when they bring the bill, they will say aye and no. Then when they say aye, then it will be implemented.
So when it also comes to, let's say, voting, they can get the chance to be the top.
Sure. That is why they want the majority in parliament. Now, this is the scenario. Okay. So the speaker said, my other politicians are saying that the check and balance is what the court also used. Okay. My brother, my sister, this is where I come in. Now, the story, this is where it ends. Check and balance. The question is, did the Speaker of Parliament overuse his power? No. The question to you people, did the Speaker of Parliament overuse his power? Number two, did the Speaker of Parliament go against the Constitution? No. Because when you read Article 97, G and H, it states emphatically clear that if you by said to, that is cross carpet, that is the word. If you cross carpet,
for their viewers are used to that particular
yes, if you cross carpet to a different it is called deflection. So did the speaker not use the constitution? But because they are going to be minority, that is the problem. Now the speaker, the Supreme Court, I was disappointed when I heard this, that you gave a verdict on this one. I was disappointed.
Yes, because they have other things that is, according to some judge, they presented to the Supreme Court. Up to now, they are not saying anything about
that. That is it.
But for this one, within 24 hours, Antonio Marquez was able to connive with them to make sure that they will put a ruling on this particular issue. What's other things they said the LGBT also are there waiting.
So to me, to the little story that I just said right now, to me the speaker has done a great job. Forget about your party affiliate. You see, forget about your party bias and let us speak reality. We are learning.
Yes.
What they did, what the speaker did, there's nothing wrong with it. This is one of the speakers that I've really enjoyed it. For the first 4 years, I've really
enjoyed. He has been in parliament for almost all his life.
And he has done a very great job. And the reason why he is saying that if you people are not listening to me, yes, then I'm adjourning parliament indefinitely. Now this is it.
Notice.
What they are doing indefinitely means that you don't know when they are being called. And then he made a statement, until the Council of Elders, yes, then the peacemakers in this country comes in and calls us. If not, we are not.
So that means they will even finish voting and still.
And in that case too, 7 December after the election, you know that 1 month time we have to go to handover. If they are indefinite, who is going to dissolve it?
Yes.
And who is going to swear in? Because the president must be sworn in parliament. So let us try as much as possible to solve this case. If not, this our country, we are going upside down. So to me, the speaker did great, and NPP and NDC must try and solve this. And you know, that same week, do you know what happened? Morris came.
Cynthia Morrison
just came and said that she has resigned of going the ticket of independent and he's coming back. And another MP of the NPP also said that he has also returned. Now, I call this hypocrisy. Why am I saying this? It's not an insult. Even an insult, forgive me. It's a hypocrisy because hypocritical thinking because, you know, if you know that what you're going to do will cause confusion, why did you do it at the first place?
Why?
Because you know that it's left with only few months for us to
now I think 44 43.
So why should you come out there? You want to go in an independent, and now you have come back again. So you want to come again, you will not go as independent candidate again. That's it. Have what you did. That's that. Have you seen the
advantage
banter
and disadvantage
it has brought to Parliament? So my viewers, this is where I landed. If you believe and if you feel like what I've said, you are opposing it, you can drop your comments. And if you are in support of me too, you can drop a comment and let us see them.
If you're in support of me, drop your comment. I really like this.
20 minutes
so we even like this story. I think this is the only story we are going to look at today. Thank you very much for your experience. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. And I know the viewers too also do things the same thing. Sure. On that note, follow us on Akuvi TV on YouTube and subscribe and drop your comment. Bye for now.